Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cryptic Critiques. Today we're going to be looking at Morbius. Now, I just want to say before I start, this movie is bad, but I'll get into that later. I just wanted to say first, was not hyped for this movie at all. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's another one of these Sony villain movies. Maybe it'll be like the Venom movies and it'll be fun to watch, but it just wasn't that. And I just want to say, there are a lot of problems with this movie. The writing's bad, the CGI isn't great. I'll talk about that more later, but this it's just weird. It's really confusing. The pacing is also really weird. Like when I was in the theater, I got really bored during it. It felt really boring, but then when the movie ended, I thought I was in there for like 40 minutes. Like it went by really fast, but for some reason it also managed to be really boring on how fast it went by. Now, I know that doesn't make sense, but if you somehow, for some reason, watch this movie, I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's really hard to explain. You just have to watch it and then you'll realize what I'm saying. And the acting, it's fine. I think Jared Leto is probably the best part about this movie. I think he does the best job, but then again, none of them really do bad. It's just the script is bad. They do good with what they're given, so, I can't really say anything about the acting. But what I can talk about is the CGI. I know I said it's not that great. It isn't. For some reason, the vampires, both Milo and Morbius, the Milo's the villain, by the way, they just look really ugly. And I'm not saying they look ugly because the CGI is bad. They just look ugly. Especially Milo. I just couldn't stand looking at his character when he was a vampire because it's just gross. It's just weird to look at him. He just looks like a skull. But like Morbius at least kind of looks cool, I guess, or at least kind of looks like a vampire. Like his CGI isn't bad, but just Milo, it's just weird. I don't like looking at it. But then again, the CGI, it's not bad. It's okay. There's obviously some points where I'm like, oh, that looks a little weird, but for the most part, it's fine. Now, one last thing I wanted to say is that the trailer for this movie is extremely misleading. Now, here's a spoiler. I guess I'll put a spoiler right here. Spider-Man is not in the movie at all. That one shot in the trailer where Morbius walks by a Spider-Man thing is not in the movie. Michael Keaton is in the movie, but he's the post-credit scene. He just kind of appears in that universe. It's really weird. It contradicts Spider-Man No Way Home a ton because for some reason Michael Keaton, even though he was in the MCU, he left the MCU to go to the Sonyverse, and then he's like, oh, this is weird. And then the second post-credit scene, he has a new Vulture suit and he meets with Morbius and he's like, oh, I think Spider-Man sent me here, but we should make a team of people like us and we're gonna do good. And it's like, it's just weird. It's why would Michael Keaton's Vulture want to do good? It might have been just like, oh, I'm gonna say we're doing good because Morbius is a good guy and so he won't know that we're actually going to do bad stuff, but it's just weird. Also, why is he even there? Why did he get transported there? That's not how the Spider-Man spell worked. I don't know, it's weird, but that's enough for the spoiler part. And the final thing before I get into the rating is that this movie is kind of like the Venom movies, except the Venom movies are bad movies, like objectively, but they're fun to watch at least. This movie is bad and it's not fun to watch. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. And now let's just get on to the rating. I'm going to give Morbius a 3 out of 10 because this movie, it's just bad. Like, there's not a lot of redeeming qualities. Not enough redeeming qualities to make me want to go watch it again, because I won't. Even if it comes to Disney Plus, I won't watch it. I'm just going to say, don't spend money on this. Just watch, like, New Rockstar's breakdown of it, and you'll be fine, really. If it comes to Disney Plus, which it's not on Disney Plus already because it's Sony owned, but if for some reason it ever comes to it, then yeah, sure, you can watch it. It's not that bad to where it's like a full skip, but if it's free and you like Marvel movies, or if you just want to watch all the Marvel movies, then sure, watch it. But don't watch it in theaters. I mean, it's not worth the time. Literally just watch a breakdown of it and you'll be fine. It's not worth it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.